Hello, you guys. It's Wednesday. I'm so happy to be back with you guys on another week. I should have came yesterday, but yesterday I was out all yesterday, and then I had a little bit of a sinus headache. So that's what happened yesterday. I had a little bit of a sinus headache, so I came home after being out for a good little while. Came home, took something, and I just wanted to relax for a little while because I knew I was going to have to go to church last night, and I knew that last night church was going to be radical. Pastor prayed and laid hands over everybody that was in the church. Let me tell you how amazing that was. And I was in the number for that. So I knew if I go with that headache last night that it was going to be a mess and I didn't want to deal with that. So that's my story and I'm sticking to it. I mean, it really did happen like that. But I pray that you guys are having an amazing Wednesday. I feel so great after last night. You know, my January is starting off spectacular. And I claimed it. I claimed it, you guys. When you claim it and you speak positive over your life and you walk in it, let me tell you something. You know, it makes a difference. It totally makes a difference. And when you claim it, when you speak it, and you get all of that negative and all that noise off and around you, and you put yourself with like-minded people, that drama and all that stuff, it's non-existent. It's non-existent. So I pray that you guys learn that. I have, I had to learn that I learned it probably around maybe, I learned it early, but as I got to this age, my tolerance is very, very minimal. So it is what it is. I mean, some people can't go and some people you can't be around because your peace is more valuable and it means more to you than anything. So, nothing against anybody or anything like that. I'm just at a peaceful state in my life and I'm at a point where I'm on a mission to get where I need to go. And that's just all it is to it. And not that I want to leave anybody behind or, I'm too good or anything like that. That is far from the truth. It's just, when you're trying to get where you prayed to get and you're trying to take your whole family there, the noise on the outside, it doesn't matter. Sometimes you have to just pause from it until you get, and not just until you get there. You might need to stay there because if you allow it back in, then they will come in and they will interrupt it again. So, I just pray that everybody gets to that space in their life. Let me just say that I pray that everybody gets to that space and want to do better and be better in life because, life is not getting any easier. And it's some things out here that are out here to attack and destroy you and your life. And if you allow it, that's what it's going to be. Okay. So I wanted to come to you today. I got a good topic today because I've been watching people struggle with this a little bit, you know, um, and in talking with women and their marriages and things like that. It pains me to hear you go through any of this stuff with your husbands, and God knows I pray. God knows I pray. And when I hear it, I sometimes get to tend to be a little selfish and just sometimes I just go and hug my husband. Thank you Jesus, for being the wonderful person that you are, and thank you God for sending me such a wonderful man. Because let me tell you something, it's some things out here that people go through and these women go through that it just it wouldn't happen, and you won't get it. They give you the first time, they give you the second time, they give you the third time, they give you the fourth time. After a while, I'm gonna start looking at you crazy. But I understand that you're trying to keep your relationship alive. And if your spouse does not understand that you keep giving those passes out because you're trying to keep it together, then if they're not on board, then what are we even doing, right? So I wanted to talk to you today about a toxic versus healthy ways to react or to be in your relationship. Toxic versus healthy. Okay. Everything in life is choices and consequences. So when I say toxic versus healthy, choices and consequences. The choice is I want to have a healthy relationship. It should be, but a lot of us choose to have that toxic relationship. And a lot of times they blame it on it just ended up like that. I don't know, getting on my nerves, and girl, I ain't going for that. I'm gonna get him every time he try to come at me with that mess. I ain't falling for it. Toxic versus healthy. You don't have to be so rah all the time in your relationship. You don't have to be full of chaos all of the time. It's okay to be a lady. It's okay to be if he does come at you with that craziness, you don't have to react in an ungodly way. You can be that lady, be like, you know what? Why are you even doing this? Why are we even going through this? A mild mannered, quiet, soft spoken woman with a plan or with no nonsense will be more scarier than that ignorant, toxic person that's coming at you. Do you know how much you can rattle a person being calm in a situation? Oh, okay, that's what we're doing. Cool. That's what you want to do. You standing on that? You standing on business with that? Okay, listen. Choices and consequences. The consequence to your choice, you ain't gonna like it. You ain't gonna like it. Don't do nothing to me that you don't want to get done to you. So when I say toxic, let's give some examples. I wrote down some examples. Toxic. Oh, I'm gonna give you the silent treatment. I will ignore you until I get what I want. Or you can choose the healthy route and saying, I need a break. I'll be able to resume conversating with you in a healthy way a little bit later. But right now it's just not the time. I'm not, I just need to calm down for a minute. Toxic route was, child, I'm about to give you the silent treatment. You about to get silent treatment. You ain't here, you glass. I don't see you. I don't see you. I'm not dealing with you. Or let me take a break. We'll be able to resume this conversation when I calm down, when you calm down, and when we can come to each other with some sense. Ain't nobody blood pressure going up, nothing. It's just a calmer way to deal with the situation. I don't know what is wrong with us as people that we got to prove a point every single time. You are not going to get the best out of me. You know what that is? That's trauma. That's life trauma where you got to bring that into your relationship and be that way. You're so angry that you'll tear it down off just a little small conversation that could have been, it can go this way or it can go this way. All you have to do is just think it out just a little bit before you react. Think before you react. And that's the problem. I get it. We're not thinking. We just react. We don't think. What do you mean think? Why would I think first? I'm about to tear this house up when he come in here. He don't try me. I'm not with it. I'm about to tear it up. Or you can say, you know what? No, I'm gonna have a conversation. I want us to be able to have a conversation about what we just talked about. But if you see the temper or you feel the aggressiveness of the tone, it would be better probably just to walk away for a minute. Let me just walk away for a minute because I can see that it's about to escalate. We're about to just be in this big old conversation of a mess because we don't know right now how to deal with it. Somebody has to be the one to say, you know what, I'm not gonna, not right now. I'm not gonna do this with you right now. I'm not. So we'll come back to each other a little bit later. Can you do that? Can we do that? Somebody got to be the calm one. You know how it's like opposites attract? Somebody in that relationship is it's one that's crazy, and then it's one that balanced the crazy. And maybe we get tired of sometimes being the one that balanced the crazy, but it'll save you from mess if you could just be calm in the situation. Because we're tearing up our relationships because we don't know how to talk to each other. We don't know how to communicate. We don't know how to communicate. So we are just, look, I'm not dealing with you. Listen, you can leave. You can get out over a little conversation that over, I mean, some of this stuff is just minute. Now, some of these things are huge and it calls for ignorance sometimes. But again, remember choices and consequences. It's going to be consequences to how you react. Your choice is either I'm going to react right or I'm going to tear it up. But the consequence, don't be surprised about the consequence if you didn't make the right choice. And that's a lot of our problems. The choice that we make is always somehow not the right one as a people. I'm not going to say any race or anything like that. I'm just going to say, as a people, the choice to go and do something stupid because of the way you feel brings on the consequence. Then you come in your house and it's toxic because you don't got caught. You don't got caught. 9 times out of 10, and I'm going to say it like this from a praying woman's perspective, okay? You don't mess with a praying woman. And if you got a praying woman out there, you don't mess with them. Don't mess with them because I'm going to tell you what that woman is doing. That woman is on her knee. When you're not there, and majority of us, I've already spoken to you guys about these prayer rooms, these prayer closets, these journals and things. So we're there now. We should be there now. I've been talking about this since September, right? We pray over you as our husbands. And I would hope that you're praying for us the same as your wife. And the prayer sometimes that we pray is, because it's sometimes these men go out here and it's always vice versa. Don't just, when you hear me say man, it's always vice versa. Think about the woman if it's you as a man that's listening to me right now. I'm not just always talking about men. I'm always talking about vice versa. Understand there's no difference these days. Women do the same thing as these men do, and these men are trying to give these women a run for their money as well. So it's all the same. So when you hear me say man, that's where I am thinking right now. A lot of times we are praying over you and every aspect. We're praying over you as a whole. We're praying over your mind, your spirit, your body. Lord God, keep us safe, healthy. Keep, if he's out here and he thinks about doing something on me, Lord God, I pray that you bind it. I pray that you stop it. He will not be able to perform. But don't think that because you're praying that over that man, that same thing doesn't go for you as the woman. Don't think that same thing doesn't go for you as a woman. Okay, so I prayed that over here, and I'm praying that God will bring it to my footstep if it ever happens. And then you go out and you feel like you can just go do what you want to do because you don't pray that prayer. That's not how that works. That goes for you too. That goes for you as well. Lord, he's probably praying the same thing. If she goes out here and somebody's message, stand in the middle of that. It all works all in the same. All in the same. If you're praying that over here, it's being brought to you too. It's on you. You are, as I said yesterday, I said that all that is on me, that all that I place on me, and that all that I place on him and my family, if it's on me, it's attached to me, and everything that is attached to me, everything that's attached to me, that all is on. I pray for me and everything that's attached to me. So, my family, my husband, I pray over our minds because, simple things can get in your head, jump into your spirit, and just have you going at your husband or your wife. And I pray to always have a sound mind to be able to come to my husband with any kind of concern that I have about anything, not just negative things, but anything. I'm talking about, oh, why you let the toilet seat down completely all the time? What is that all about? When I have to go to the bathroom, I have to go to the bathroom. I don't have time to, something simple can turn into huge things. Alexia, why do you have hair on the floor all the time? Get the hair up every time. It's things that bother you and your husband all the time. But sometimes we just choose our battles. Sometimes we just say, you know what? Let me just get it up. Sometimes they don't forget you got all this hair on the floor. Just come to me right. And I will do anything. Come to me right. Don't come to me in a toxic manner. If you come to me right with a calm voice, you can get me to do anything. As well as I'm sure if I come to him in a calm voice, I could get him to do anything. But if I come to you wrong, then you just just do your best not to go to your spouse. I got tongue tied right there, but do your best not to go to them in the inappropriate and incorrect way, because I'm watching people go through this, and it's just because they don't know any better. They don't know any better. They don't know what's right and what's wrong. Sometimes you just don't know right from wrong. Some people just are just made up like that, and they don't know right from wrong. So then that's why we're there. We're the helpmate. Babe, I just wanted to talk to you for a minute because I didn't like the way that how that conversation went. I feel like we could have spoken to each other a little bit better. I feel like it escalated and it wasn't even meant to be like that. I apologize if you felt like I came to you wrong, but I just, it's been boiling and it had gotten to me a little bit, and I just want to say I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way. Versus, listen, I done told you 20 times. I ain't saying it again. I'm not gonna say it again. Don't do that. Don't do this. Don't be that way. Don't. And I mean it. If you come to the person that way, that person is going to match your energy. You don't know what type of person you about to get ready to get. You don't even know. Sometimes this is how domestic violence sometimes happens. You mess with the wrong person. You mess with the wrong. You done married an angry person, and you done tap that button, and next thing you know, you done got backhand, and you never thought that man would have ever put his hand on you. All because you all in his face, pointing your finger, popping him in the head, punching him in the chest, and you know in your heart of hearts that he is not going to ever touch you, even though you've done him like that. But one day you're going to find out. One day you're going to touch the right button, and then he's going to be wrong for popping you across the room. All because we don't know how to talk. We don't know how to make the right choice. And when the consequence comes from the wrong choice, we're like, what in the world? He never did anything like this ever before. Oh my God. But you're in that man's face, poking him in his head, punching him, slapping him. And it was just at the wrong time. And he done knocked you clean across the room. And you are completely surprised. I have seen those situations with people too. Do your best to have a healthy relationship. I know in my heart of hearts, and my good followers here would rather speak on having a healthy relationship than to have a toxic relationship. I know and I believe in you 100% to know better that you are not out here trying to be in no kind and don't want no parts of a toxic relationship. I don't want to believe that I know anybody like that want to be in a toxic relationship, that want to come home to drama every day, that want to come home to ignorance every day, that want to keep up mess, that continues to keep out here cheating and being ignorant. I don't want to believe that that's what you want in your life. I believe that we want a healthy relationship and that we are going to do everything in our power to work on having that and speaking that over our marriages than to be toxic. I know that there's sometimes in a relationship that things boil over and things get a little carried away and we give too much. We do too much. Our voices have raised without us even knowing it. And maybe I've done that to my husband sometimes. My husband has done that to me sometimes. And luckily, we've had a friend over here like, well, why you gotta raise your voice? You know what? Because I was upset. And you know what? You're right. So it's good to have people in your corner that hold you accountable and can spot when you out of character and can call you out without you getting upset and saying, sis, why your voice raised? Why your voice elevated? You ain't have to do like that. I had a friend that will flip flop on you in a minute. She is always on Fred's side. She's always on Fred's side. She will flip flop on you in a minute. She's my girl, but she's sometimes on Fred's side. She will flip flop on you. I'm sorry, I'll just keep hitting this mic. She will flip flop on you. Says, why your voice elevated? But I love her for that. Because I can do her the same way. Hey, 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 hey. Why are you talking to my boy like that? So sometimes you have to have those accountability partners to let you know that you're coming a little bit out of your character. Sis. I don't know if you were just playing, but listen, I don't know. I don't think that was the right thing to do. So you might need to apologize for that because that was a little bit much. I felt like in my heart of hearts that gave him too much on that one. But I mean, just think about it. And then maybe you can go back later and apologize. Because 9 times out of 10, he's going to tell you when you get home, you was doing too much on that. It's better to be in a healthy relationship and working on a healthy relationship than being toxic all of the times. I know that the world drives on toxic. I know that Housewives show loves the ignorance and this is what everybody want to see. This is TV. This is reality TV. If you ain't in no mess, if you ain't Dr. Heavenly out here starting this mess and being ignorant all the time, that ain't TV. You ain't gonna get paid. So she gotta come with the drama to be relevant. That's TV. But I guarantee you, she out here starting with everybody in these streets. But she ain't messing with that husband of hers. You notice how she get real quiet and somber when it comes down to what she call her husband, daddy. She ain't messing with him. But she out here tearing up these other relationships and these other people that she know. See, it's people like that out there that you don't need to be around. They don't need to even be in your circle because they're mess starters. I don't have a friend around me that sits around and pumps up mess. I don't have that around me. And I would suggest you do the same. Keep it off and around you. Anybody that sits up and amps you when you're wrong, they don't need to be around you. That's not a real friend. It's not a real friend. And it's not okay and it's not funny. We don't get into these relationships for all these years. We don't say our vows before God to let somebody come in and mess it up. Let a friend. You're supposed to be my friend. You mean to tell me I'm gonna let you in here and let you mess up everything that I've worked so hard for? I don't think so. I don't think so. You want to be toxic, you take that somewhere else. But over here, we're trying to work on a healthy relationship. We're trying to put everything in our relationship because we've been married for 28 years over here. So we're in that soft era. We're doing good. And I can't have anybody to come in here trying to change that trajectory in my marriage. It won't happen. Because one thing about me, I can see it when it starts. Oh, okay, that's what they're doing. Listen here, they ain't invited back. Don't invite them back over here. Because I don't like that. You play too much. They play too much. They come out their mouth wrong. When you come out your mouth wrong, you only get once. And that once is going to be that duration of that gathering. After that, you're going to notice that you over to the left. And I don't feel no type of way about it. Because I work very hard to keep a happy and healthy relationship. It ain't always easy. No. We're not perfect. No. But we're good. We're good because we work on being good on a daily. We work on it. My other one was, I do not have to apologize because I didn't do anything wrong. And the rebuttal, the toxic part, the healthiness to, I don't have to apologize. I didn't do anything wrong. I will apologize because I value you. It's not all about me being wrong. I will apologize because I do value you and I do realize that I was wrong. So I'm going to apologize to you because I might have gave you too much. It's simple as that. But some of us are so evil. I said what I said, and that's it. Done. I'm not having this conversation no more. And I don't know how to apologize either. If you don't know how to apologize, you're a sick somebody. If you don't know how to apologize for your wrong, you're a sick person. You better learn how to apologize. If you want good people around you and if you want good things to come to you in your life, you better learn how to apologize for your wrongs, for your actions, because there are consequences to your actions. People are not just going to continue to sweep things under the rug. They're going to start treating you a certain type of way. And never mind how they treat you in your life. You're going to wonder why nothing works out for you. Why doesn't anything work out for me? Why does every relationship I get in is like this? It's coming back, that karma, okay? Toxic versus healthy. Choices and consequences. And karma. It's that simple. Karma is going to come back on you some kind of way because you can't continue to do people like that and think that you're going to live a happy and healthy relationship or life. Karma is something else. It's alive and it's well. And it's going to get you when you're wrong. So I would say, do your best to do or be a better person. Just be a better person. You don't have to be that nasty stank person all the time. sitting around with just, oh my God. I understand that life has dealt you some seriousness, some serious things, some trauma, but that don't have to be your story. You can rewrite it. You know that, right? You can rewrite it. You can do better. You can be anything you want to be. You can make yourself into whatever you want to be. It just takes effort and positivity. I don't got all in my bag, y'all. I have gotten all in my bag. But I just want you guys to just think about that toxic relationship versus a healthy relationship or life, and choices and consequences. Your choice, there's a consequence to your choice, and karma is real. All right, that's all I had to say. I love you guys. Thank you so much for rocking with me. I thank everybody that comes up to me and say they are watching Marriage Our Way. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. As I said before, I'm passionate about this. I always want to help people in their relationship. I know that people are going through, and I just want everybody I want them to know what it feels like to have a happy and healthy relationship. Everybody should know what that feels like. You know, we don't get married to be in drama and trauma all the time. We are trying to make it just like everybody else trying to make it in life. We're just trying to make the relationship work because we work so hard to get here, right? So thank you guys so much. Make sure you like and subscribe. Tell a friend. Sometimes this blesses even singles that are wanting to be married, singles that just want to know what do I need to do? What do I need to look for? It's all here on all of the episodes, what you need to look for. And there's other sites out there as well. We're just here trying to speak into your marriage the best way we can. And today, make sure you call somebody and tell them you're thinking about them. Call them and tell them you're thinking about them. Okay? It makes for a better day. Love you guys. I appreciate you so much. Have a good one. See you next Tuesday.